Well, for Scientologists, it's a very exciting time in today's world. Certainly things are moving very quickly on the planet. The issues, the worldwide issues, the situations, the calamities, the wars, to make it plural, but also the reach of peoples from different nations, different creeds, different makeup, different languages, to try to put some order to some of the chaos that is occurring today, which is of course why we're here. But the Scientologists are, in their religion, applying various technologies, methodologies to try to bring order not just to their life, but to their neighbors, their friends. And it's a big picture religion. You know, we do, as individual Scientologists, want to take responsibility as much as possible for the planet, for people, for cultures, and to improve conditions. So there's lots of work to do. So it's an exciting time for Scientologists in today's world. Things have speeded up dramatically. Things happen and change occurs very rapidly, and one has to be prepared to do that. So in Scientology, we look forward to those challenges because we do have effective tools and we are able to help the conditions. So that's where we are today. Well, for the most part, the technology that's being deployed today, created and deployed in terms of mass communication, telecommunications, our devices, our Blackberries, our Strawberries, our various implementations for communication has helped a great deal in transmission of new ideas. Some good, some may not be so good for the culture. And we've seen some problems with that in our religion, and so have others, in terms of control of what is being communicated to our children, the content. But for the most part, the world drawing closer together has enabled us as a religion to grow faster. We've grown 5 times our size in the last couple of years, and we are growing at a very, very fast pace. A lot of that has to do with technology and the shrinking of the world and our ability to put new churches together in various parts of the world in a much faster pace. So technology has helped not just ourselves to expand and control our communication internally and as well as externally, and to benefit by that, but also to present what Scientology is to the world on the internet. And the internet is a friend. We use it extensively with our websites to help communicate through multimedia what we are, what we represent, what we do, and what others can do with our technology, just as other faiths have done very successfully in achieving presence on the internet and helping to shrink the global community down to where what can be communicated is being communicated in a very, very positive format using today's electronics and, of course, all the various technologies of telecommunication. So we are a beneficiary of that, and we will hope to use it even more in the future. Well, learning and study are very, very crucial to any culture. If you have high illiteracy rates, you're going to have various problems such as crime related to illiteracy and drugs, which we have in our own country, the United States of America, and other Western countries do, and now it's a growing concern. Immorality through the use of drugs, pornography, promiscuity, and which leads to disease and so forth, are major problems. These problems can be overcome with methodologies that do work. Scientology offers workable solutions for either faith-based organizations such as our own or others, also community-based programs. And we have developed these from the technologies of Scientology, which are spiritual healing technologies to be applied in a secular fashion, regardless of race, regardless of creed, regardless of religion or no religion, handling drugs, handling illiteracy, handling crime, battling immorality, and improving the level of volunteerism and the willingness to volunteer to help during natural disasters. Well, the ability to communicate, of course, is very enhanced here and meet people face to face. I think the great thing about this Parliament is the opportunity to sit down or be in a session, but sit down and talk to people. They're real. There's this added reality which increases the affinity, you know, that when you meet somebody, you're able to experience their life and them, yours, through the communication process, which brings about a higher level of understanding. And I believe that's really the product here, is greater understanding between the religions to raise the communication level, a quality of communication, the affinity between the people, so that the understanding is achieved. That affinity reality communication brings about understanding is one of our tenets, and certainly is agreeable by others that does occur, and it is a high motivation for us to continue. We will be back, but this will be our second full parliament that we've participated in, and we really enjoy it. We've made many friends. Hopefully the ideas that we're sharing amongst each other we can take home and utilize. And so overall, I think it's just it's become a necessity. We need more people. We need it occurring perhaps more often than 5 years. I would recommend every 2 years or 3 years, simply because there is a need. Things change. There's so much change within a 5-year period. Now the issues today are somewhat different than they were 5 years ago. Some remain the same, but new issues appeared on the landscape. They're here now. Now we're having to deal with it. We have the whole global warming situation that we need to deal with one way or the other, but religion needs to communicate with our politicians to let them know what the people need and want, not what the politicians want to force down on the people because they think they know best. There has to be more parlaying between organized religion, or religious bodies such as what we see here at this parliament, and the political body, so that they understand. They really understand how people feel about the issues they are trying to maybe superimpose upon society without consultation, because we have our finger on the pulse of society more than they do, and consequently our advice from the clergy, from the parliament, and other religious organizations is very critical to their decision-making ability, or their willingness to make those with full consideration of what the religious body on this planet needs and wants, what the people need and want from a spiritual context in relationship to these high demands and issues that are going to affect every man, woman, and child on the planet.